Well, hello, my name is Queen C, no longer bound, the encourager, right here with another video, another book review. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm promoting an I can mentality with positive content. And we're in chapter 1 and we're doing part 2. Let's get started. Like the leaders during the time of Galileo, people who can't see new possibilities for themselves are likely unable to see new possibilities for you. People are certain they know what's best for you and often conclude you don't have what it takes. Besides, they insist you've never been able to do it in the past. They will try their hardest to prevent you from taking the leap. Naysayers are very effective in tearing people down, and if you are not careful, you too could be persuaded into retracting your own beliefs and dreams. There's a crucial time when you need to tune out the critics, in a time when you must stop seeking their approval. Cavett Robert said that there are many people who don't want to take the trip themselves, yet pose as experts who criticize the travels of others. These are not the people with whom you want to associate. They are toxic. There is also a time when you must stop worrying what others think, and start thinking for yourself with your own dreams. I like Dr. Daniel Amen's 18-40-60 rule. When you're 18, you worry about what others are thinking of you. When you're 40, you don't give a darn what others are thinking of you. And when you're 60, you realize that nobody was thinking about you at all. Did you get that? People aren't sitting around thinking about you. Most people spend most of their time thinking about themselves, about their own problems, challenges, and opportunities. Begin today by investing your time thinking about your own dreams and the future that desperately awaits your arrival, and stop worrying about what others are thinking. The truth is, you are powerful beyond measure. Even though a part of you tends to believe otherwise, when the pressure is on, we are all tempted to compromise, to accept being average, condemning ourselves to a life of mediocrity by choosing the path of least resistance and going along with the crowd. We may ask ourselves whether we really do have what it takes to succeed. In their book, I Want to Change, but I Don't Know How, Tom Rusk and Randy Reed eloquently relate that people frequently go through life playing it safe. Why? Because it gives them the permission to believe, quote, if I never let myself feel too good, maybe I'll never get hurt too badly, unquote. Gandhi, Grandma Moses, Steven Spielberg, Rosa Parks, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey. Each of these individuals stand as examples of what is possible. They have managed to break the rules, stretch the limits, and even make history. This, however, begs the question, if they can do it, why not you? What about your greatness? You have it, but have you tapped into it? If so, how much? How can you draw on more of your greatness and begin living your dreams and achieving your goals? Although inspired by greatness, we sometimes doubt our own potential. Maybe we know that something is possible, but we just aren't confident we can do it. Given our current abilities or our past, we think, quote, I don't have any special talents, unquote. I don't have what they have. I could never do that. Stop. You must believe that you have the same powerful abilities that enable winners to be winners. You simply must choose to apply them. There comes a time when you must decide to re-enter those castle rooms that you have closed off from the rest of the world and pull up the blinds and throw open the windows, allowing fresh air and light to enter. Decide you are going to defy the odds. Decide that you are going to start achieving more. Extraordinary people are simply ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Many of them did not have the education, talent, resources, or other special advantages. All of them had fears and insecurities. Oprah Winfrey came from a dysfunctional and an abusive childhood. Einstein didn't speak until he was 4 years old. His teacher described him as mentally slow, unsociable, and adrift forever in his foolish dreams. Others were in debt to the hilt. Thomas Edison only had 3 months of formal education. In fact, many of the inventions we know him by today came about after his 67th birthday. William Lear, the creator of the Learjet Corporation, dropped out of school in the 6th grade. Yet each of these achievers and many more have gone on to become great successes. In fact, did you know that 20% of America's millionaires never set foot in college? Did you know that 21 of the 222 Americans listed in the billionaires as billionaires back in 2003 never got their college diplomas, and 2 of them never finished high school? Now, here's a side note. We're not saying don't go to college by all means. We're not saying don't get your diploma by all means. As a matter of fact, if we spin these numbers, the author says that you will notice that 80 to 90% did go to college. So although learning and personal growth is essential for success, a formal degree is not an absolute requirement. The most important ingredient that determines whether a person succeeds is the power of believing in himself. This is the common thread that is unquestionably woven among all achievers. Nothing is more important than first having a belief in yourself. The author says, I call belief, quote, the embryo of greatness, unquote. It is by our beliefs that dreams are formed and goals are eventually achieved. Even if you find yourself in undesirable circumstances, it is the power of your beliefs that will enable you to change your response to the circumstances, thus changing your overall experience. At the core, belief in ourselves truly is the driving force that determines our destiny. Ultimately, it is not the external circumstances or conditions that limit us. It is you. It's me. It's your negative thoughts. It's my negative thoughts. It's the comfort zones. It's the self-defeating habits. It's poor strategies, blame lists, or even your failure to continuously educate yourself and grow. You're the greatest obstacle on the path that leads from where you are to where you want to be. Only when you realize that you are the most important factor that determines whether you succeed or fail will your life improve. The wonderful part of all this is that you can change. You can grow. You can rise above your challenges and start producing the results you desire. No matter how difficult your circumstances may seem at this moment, possibilities are still available to you. Carl Joseph was born with one leg, not using crutches or artificial legs. He decided to play football in high school. He worked so hard that eventually he made all-state defensive lineman. The local newspaper said he ran so smoothly and so effortlessly that when you watched him run, you could hardly tell he was missing a leg, especially when he was chasing down the quarterback from behind. In basketball, he could dunk the ball. And in track, he could jump 5 feet 10 inches, all with one leg. In fact, even with his disadvantage, he went on to receive a 4-year athletic training scholarship from the University of Pittsburgh. He said, quote, "It is all in the mind. My mind always told me that I could do things, and I just went and did them." Wow. We're going to stop right here. So what we're going to do is pick it up from here next time. Just remember what Carl, what did he say? My mind told me that I could do things, and I just did it. You keep trying, and you will always get there. Despite an apparent limitation, what enabled Carl to go for it? What made him do it? What secret did he possess when others would have given up? What specific habits did he form that made dunking a basketball or receiving a full ride scholarship possible? Continue listening and following with me as we continue throughout this book. And you will find out. This is the Encourager, Queen C, no longer bound, promoting an I can mentality with positive content. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.